Jonesy and Amanda.
You're listening to the Jonesy and Amanda podcast.
Australian radio's Jonesy and Amanda.
Miss Keller.
Amanda. Hello, Wiggles.
Jonesy. Yeah, personal friend.
Bit of a tongue twist there.
The legendary pirate Jonesy.
He's a genius. That's what the J stands for.
And Amanda the actress.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Brendan and Amanda, and you're on the same show.
We're mass communicating. Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime!
Well, hello there, Amanda. How are you
Hi.
today?
Remind me I have to get an Uber home because I've dropped my car in for a service.
Oh.
You know when you drop your car in for a service or you go to something like that, there's a lot of assumed knowledge as to where you have to put it. So I drove it to the dealership and there was a vague sign and I thought, am I supposed to go in there?
What was the vague sign?
I think it said...
Park your car here for service?
It kind of said service, showroom, reception, kind of stuff.
Was there arrows?
Yes, let me tell the story. But I had to go through a boom gate. And I thought, well, why is this happening? And so as I had to go up this circular drive, it just said parking. I thought, am I in a car yard or am I in a parking station? What happens here? And then I got to the top and they said, oh, no, just leave your car here and go in and talk to a service. It was all very confusing.
So you bought a new car.
And there was once
It's like your car. It's like the Blues Brothers at the end of the movie. And the car just goes, bonk.
You're welcome to
and
it.
There's a smoking ruin and they just say, oh, this is broken, bring me another.
Well, there was another time when I thought I was just going into a parking station and I followed the curvy driveway all the way up to the top to discover it was after hours and I was parking in a car yard.
Do you remember that time?
And I couldn't reverse down and there was no one there to help me and I cried.
You followed me into a car parking station and you cut the corner to finally...
Well, you cut the corner.
I'm on a motorbike and your car got stuck teetering on the corner. So the back wheel and the front wheel are off the ground and you're leaning out the window. This is your fault.
Yeah.
And I said, how is it my fault?
You led me around that corner.
All these cars are banked up and the wheels of your car were just spinning in the air. And then I had to go
Magoo style.
I had to go and find a brick and put it under your wheel so you could get traction.
If you hadn't led me in there, that wouldn't have happened. Remember once you asked me to give you a lift to the shops and we went to the shops and you have to lean a long way over to get the little parking piece of paper.
Yeah.
And I got that and you were annoying me and it dropped down in the window hole.
Between the glass and into your door cavity.
Yes, and I had to pay the full amount. Also...
You drove through a pedestrian mall as well.
When you say when it all lines up like that, also because I knew I didn't want to bring my briefcase in because I had all this going on today. My briefcase is just a big Felix the Cat enormous bag. And I thought I better take out my essentials. And I realised all I needed for work today was my wallet. I carry around that enormous bag for no reason.
Who needs Werther's originals?
I don't know what's in there and why. It's massively heavy.
Yep.
All the funk and wagnalls that are in there.
I don't know why.
And really, I don't need any of it.
Yep.
But I'll bring it in tomorrow.
So you're going to need a lift home. Do you want me to give you a lift home?
On your bike?
Yeah.
No, thanks.
What do you mean? We used to do it all the time.
I've had a hip replacement since then.
I won't smash.
Well, because normally if your 10 accidents, you plan to.
Excuse me. It's not 10. It's 14. We have an action-packed show today. Did you see this story about Oprah Winfrey chatting with the Coldplay Kiss Cam lady?
That's quite the sentence.
That's a bit of a bombshell, bit of news.
Yes.
Although, can I just say this? Why didn't they just come out with this ages ago?
Well, hold your horses, Brendan.
Okay.
We'll tell you what that news is. Also, not TikTok Tucker, Tin Hat Tuesday. We like a little bit of alliteration here. We've got our tin hats. I've got some doozies for you this week.
Jam Nation.
It's time.
How fast can this thing go?
Faster than the speed of light.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Fast Five.
We have the Fast Five questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 5 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
Well, person who gets question 5 correct gets a $250 Best Restaurants gift card.
I was just reading breaking news. A goldfish has earned the Guinness World Record for driving.
Are you mocking me?
I'm just saying.
Are you saying a goldfish is a better driver than I am?
Well, I'm not saying anything.
I'd like to hear the circumstances, please.
About the goldfish?
No. Yes, about the goldfish.
I would dare say the goldfish remember where it's been more than you would.
Sorry, how many bike accidents did you say you had? 14.
It's real jeopardy
had
when you ride a
14.
motorcycle, my friend. That's what happens. But you're okay. You got to work today.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
I rescind my offer of giving you a lift on my bike because you know my fork it or walk it policy.
Remember that time we were in the car park at work and there was a ute and I said, am I going to hit this? And you said no. So I reversed and I crunch into it.
Yeah.
And you said, what did you say? Because you thought I'd said, am I going to make this?
Yeah, and I said no.
I thought
Blind Freddie could
I'd
say that.
said to you, am I going to hit this? And you'd said no.
Yeah. And then you yelled at me and the poor ute tradie that owned the ute. It was his fault. David's in Bandura. Hello, David.
Good afternoon. How are we?
You know, I often wonder about how Amanda would go driving the streets of Melbourne CBD because they have the hook turned there.
I do it here too, even though it's illegal.
Amanda does a hook turn here. I just don't think you could do a hook turn.
Oh, all
I really
right.
don't think you could.
Oh, okay. What a badge of honour.
I don't think you could.
David, his
I'd
question.
pay money to see it, though.
Here's question number 1. Who is the main star of the Oscar-winning film One Battle After Another? Who's the main star, David?
Like a deer with no eyes.
Oh, David.
You buzzed him quickly, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. You know, on the buzzer.
Oh, you want me to get him back?
No. Sam's in Brunswick.
Hi, Sam.
Hi.
Do you know who the main star is of One Battle After Another?
One battle after another.
It won all the big Oscars last night, except for Best Actor.
Best actor.
No, he didn't get Best Actor.
No.
I know you're Googling. Sorry,
I
Sam.
didn't get it.
No.
Oh, sorry. I'm just thinking Sean Penn. I think.
No, I think Sean Penn
Yeah.
got one for, was it for this film? Best Supporting Actor, I think.
Yeah.
Might have been for this film.
Subject of many memes, this man. That should help you. If you would like to play the Fast Five,
Unless you're too old to participate, he likes them younger.
13 55 22. Is our
Legal,
number.
but younger.
Okay, good. Good disclaimer.
Hear every second of Jonesy and Amanda on demand. Search for us now on the iHeart app.
Just apropos of the goldfish earning its Guinness World Record for driving, I didn't explain. This goldfish, Blub, the Italian fish, this was made possible by its owner, Thomas de Wolf, the
Who
Netherlands.
drove it in a car, presumably.
Crafted a four-wheeled vehicle that holds a water tank and directed by the movements of the goldfish.
Okay.
It was able to travel a total of 40 feet and 3.46 inches to break the record.
It lost some points with the police.
That's 40 more feet than you in a car park. Anyway.
It's fun to make fun of the female doing the driving.
No, I'm just making the fun of you driving.
I'm making the fun.
Let's
Gee, it is fun too. I really enjoy it.
continue the Fast Five, shall we?
How fast can this thing go?
Faster than the speed of light.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Brendan, why don't you stop flapping your gums because we're running up to question 1.
Who is the main star of the Oscar-winning film One Battle After Another? Marnie is in Coburg.
Marnie, do you know the answer?
Yes. And I'm a bit old for him too, but it's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh,
That's the one.
but you'd go there, Marnie.
Yeah.
I don't think I would.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marnie would. She can have him.
Okay. Let's play Cover Me.
Cover me. Cover me. Cover me. I got you covered, boss.
This is a band called Cocoon. What song are they covering?
My babe don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really want it, but can stand to see
Oh, I like it.
walk out the door?
Oh, that's hard,
Marnie.
though. I know the song, but I wouldn't have
Don't
recognised it.
try to fight the feeling because I love
Yes, what is
you
that?
here right now.
Come on, Marnie.
Hey, yeah?
Yeah!
It's a hey, yeah.
You know it. And you know the lyrics as well.
I just think through 'em.
Question number 3 is multiple choice. In 2021, an Italian artist sold an invisible sculpture for $18,000. What was the name of the work? Was it A, I was, B, I am, or C, I will be?
Oh. I am?
It was I am. The artist himself has said it's a work that asks you to activate the power of the imagination when you buy an invisible sculpture.
How did he take the money? Invisible check?
Maybe.
I'll just write it out for you here, mate. In Australian slang, Marnie, a man's tight-fitting swimming costume is often referred to as what?
Budgie smugglers.
Budgie smugglers, which brings you
Here
to
we go.
question 5. Louis Theroux's latest documentary explores what subject?
Manosphere?
The manosphere.
Manosphere. Yeah, that's right, yes.
How's this for a quote? Those in the manosphere embody a swaggering machismo. It turns misogynistic, homophobic, anti-Semitic, and racist.
Yeah.
Everything people want.
It's all the things that everyone
Anti-Semitic.
wants.
I think I said antiseptic.
Well, they like clean surfaces. Marnie, congratulations You've won the Jam Pack. It's all coming your way. A $250 Best Restaurants gift card.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it very much.
DiCaprio meme coming your way.
Good on you, Marnie.
Good on you, Marty.
Jam Nation.
Gold. It's Jonesy and Amanda driving you home. St. Patrick's Day today, to be sure. A day when Irish people can drink at this time.
And what a stereotype, to be sure, to be sure. It's like Irish people go, oh, yeah, no, for Australia Day. And they'd be right.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. I could do that because my name's Brendan. Yeah, it's Irish.
I thought you said it was Scottish.
No, Brendan's Irish.
You sure?
Yeah.
Doesn't it mean big nose?
No.
Oh, that was my brother's name.
It means smells like wet hair. Which
Sorry,
is
my mistake.
far better than big nose.
Do you want to have some information?
What's Amanda mean again?
Worthy to be loved, Brendan. Do you want to have some information that will just blow your mind?
Oh, like... I just like doing the sound
Like
effects.
coughing up phlegm.
I'm a man that does sound effects. You ask any man, Jem Rye, you'll do.
Yeah.
Can you do a
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
I do a pretty good one. Here it is. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go.
That's pretty good.
Well, you know.
I'm going to
Hang
give you
on,
the
no, hang
information.
on.
Oh, when you two stop.
Wait, here's mine again.
You ready to stop now, Brendan? Okay. Here's some information that will blow your mind. I've got 3 bits of information.
Okay.
Do you know that we made it to the moon only 66 years after the first controlled human flight? Oh, look at you. You're just looking for sound effects. You're not even listening to me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mind blown. So
Yes.
think about it. 66 years after the Wright
Don't
brothers
get mad
or
at
whatever.
me.
I'm mad at you. So there's the Wright brothers and their
Yeah.
incredible feats.
In their box
And
flyer.
then 66 years later, beef or chicken. And we thought the future of flight would be so glamorous.
Yeah.
Now they throw a packet of pretzels at you and
Sure.
strap you in like a sardine and you have to
Yeah.
watch an awful movie.
And you just need a neck tattoo, and that's the pilot.
Okay. So that's
No,
number
that's good,
1.
that's good,
Oh,
good.
don't patronise me. Here's another one.
So, okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
The Stegosaurus was older to the T-Rex than the T-Rex is to us. Mind blown, please, noise. Thank you, noise. See, the thing is, we think
Sort of
that
hamming it up a bit.
we think dinosaurs were all
Yes,
around
yes,
at the same time. So the Stegosaurus
Yep.
is as far away in the timeline to the T-Rex as the T-Rex is to us.
How far are we from the T-Rex?
Years.
Okay. Obviously not getting,
Mind
not
blown.
getting extraneous information here. Rightio.
Number 3.
Okay.
If the history of the universe was placed on a calendar year, so picture the calendar year, the history of the universe.
Yep.
Human existence would only start around 11:59 p.m. on December the 31st. That's how much history there was before we came on the picture. Then again, I'm getting this from the internet, so it could be completely untrue.
Oh, yay.
But still fascinating, don't you think? You didn't even listen to me.
No, I did. I was
All
just-
right, repeat what I just said.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
great.
Man on the moon.
No?
And we haven't been around for that long.
Okay, well, damn it,
There you
he's
go.
right.
Excuse me.
Mind blown. He was half listening.
Ryan and I are doing a collab. Have you been seeing Oprah chatting away with the Coldplay Kiss lady?
Her name is Kristen.
Yeah. I find this extraordinary that we're only finding out this information now.
What information?
Well, that's
Well,
what you'll have to stick around for.
mind-blowing, isn't it?
Do you want to have a go?
I think it just popped off.
We'll have that for you. You didn't even move your mouth. We'll have that for you next on Gold.
Jam
Nation.
Gold, it's Jonesy the Man driving you home. I just thought, St. Patrick's Day, what are we playing Scottish guys for? Come on. Come on, music department.
Should it be You Two all day?
Yeah, it should be more Irish. That's a novelty song. You don't put that on today, of all days. Some Irish guys go, hang on a minute.
Why would the Irish have beef with Scottish but not American bands? You've got no answer to that.
I do, but not for here.
Okay.
Everyone remembers the Coldplay Kiss Cam scandal of last July. Don't you? You remember where you were when the Coldplay Kiss Cam scandal happened?
It was a classic example of where the angry villagers went, that it was funny at first and then people were furious at the woman, furious at the man, then their jobs disappeared and then they were angry because there were kids involved and no one knew where to put their anger in the end.
And I blame Chris Martin, the big blabbermouth.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Easy
well,
for you.
they weren't the shy ones.
Because not everyone can consciously uncouple. Kristen Cabot, the HR executive who has been largely silent on the matter, has sat down for a chat with Oprah Winfrey, surrounded by Oprah acolytes. You know, she gets all the gang around her, all Oprah-lites. And she's had this big tell-all chat about what happened that day.
So you get to the concert, and what happened?
Well, I was walking into the concert, and my daughter messaged me and said, "Oh, it's so great that you and Andrew are both at Coldplay." So she let me know that my estranged husband was also at the concert.
So I think it's very important. This is what I did not know before the story, and y'all obviously didn't know either, that she was separated from her husband and that her boss was also separated or said he was separated from his wife. Did y'all know that?
No.
Okay. All right. Or that her husband was there.
And in my mind, I thought, well, is this going to be weird if he sees me with Andy? Like that crossed
or you
my
run
mind.
into him.
Yeah, if I run into him. But then I was like, I'm in Gillette Stadium. There's 55,000 people here. I'm probably not going to run into him.
Next minute.
What are the chances?
Yeah.
But I didn't know why didn't we know earlier than this that she was a relatively single woman and she thought the man at her work was the same?
Yeah, I would have been blabbing that to the highest mountain.
And she is blabbing to the highest mountain,
Well, yeah,
but 6
but
months
now-
too late.
What's she doing? You got to get onto these things.
Imagine that. I hope I don't run into him in this enormous crowd.
Well, I'm glad Oprah put that baby to bed.
You're listening to the Jonesy and Amanda podcast. Right now, by the miracle of recording, Jonesy and Amanda.
We'll do it live! Jonesy and Amanda, those are two great names.
Such a scam.
I'm not a scab.
Sense the chemistry between them, but how much of that is real?
Mind your own business and shut your pie hole.
I wish you well with your show.
Hello there. On any
Brendan.
other day, it'd be St. Patrick's Day, but today...
Tin Hat Tuesday.
I
Brenda,
know.
please put your
Yes, sorry.
tin hat on.
Sorry, I know you get bent out of shape.
I do. We've got our tin hats on, so we're ready to hear the conspiracies that are going to come thick and fast.
Because we look a little bit mentally bereft when we're not wearing the hats and talking about conspiracy theories.
Irony. So anyway, we are going to take your conspiracy theories, but first of all, I need to divulge a variety of conspiracies that I've come across.
Radio.
This doesn't mean I believe them, just so you know.
Okay.
How about this one? Rumours are circulating that Jeffrey Epstein's DNA is in the COVID shots. Apparently there's a long trail of so-called evidence that I can't be bothered reading.
Right, okay.
All I needed was the headline. And I like that afterwards this woman has said, if that were true, it would be beyond disturbing. Do you think?
From a guy that was pretty beyond disturbing to begin with.
Pretty loose with his DNA. How about this? This one I've just come across my desk right now. People who are watching Love Story, this is the TV program about JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. This is a reenactment, a dramatisation. Well, there's a pilot in the show, a man flying the plane. And I've got evidence here for you. The man flying the plane, the actor, well, his credit says his name is Philip G. Carlson. But people think that it's the actual JFK Jr. Not dead, playing a pilot in a show about himself. Look at the photo. Brendan?
Yeah, I'm looking.
If that's not incredible evidence, I don't know what is. If this isn't enough to satisfy you, Brendan, and these are just the ones that have come across my desk today. I've got one about dolphins
You
next.
don't even have a desk.
I know.
You know, but you keep saying coming across desks. You have no desk.
This next one someone mentioned it to me.
It's a stable table at best.
And now my phone is filled with stories about dolphins. I'll tell you more next.
Please, and if you'd like to join this madness, you can via our socials, Jonesy and Amanda. Tin Hat Tuesday.
We'll be taking your call shortly too.
Jam Nation.
Gold, it's Jonesy and Amanda driving you home. Tin Hat Tuesday. Today we have our tin hats on. I've got one. Can I start with this?
Have you got a conspiracy theory?
Yes.
Have you come across this?
Being St. Patrick's Day and all the tradition of splitting the G, the separation of foam and stout that sits directly in the middle of the horizontal stroke of the capital G in the Guinness pint glass.
I've heard of splitting the G.
Splitting the G. That is just a giant marketing campaign so you drink more Guinness.
As opposed to what? Is it supposed to be science that it makes it better for you?
It's supposed to be good luck or something like that.
Oh, right. And you're shocked that it's a marketing ploy.
No, I was just...
that's pathetic. How gullible are you? I've got some swampland in Florida you might be interested in.
So hang on. So that is not in your world... Joe Rogan world.
That's not a conspiracy theory. That's a marketing ploy, and I can't believe you fell for it.
So marketing ploy Monday, we'll save that for.
Right. So how about this one?
Rightio.
I blame this show and this segment for all the weird stuff that I'm now part of in my algorithm. This one has come through my algorithm 100 million times in the last week. I won't explain it to you. I'll let this news broadcaster tell the story.
Florida man claims to have been kidnapped by dolphins and forced to build an underwater city. The man was found early Monday morning on the side of a beach in Lee County, soaking wet, dehydrated, and confused. When deputies arrived, he was drawing detailed diagrams in the sand. According to the man, a pod of dolphins took him while he was swimming and brought him to a place about 40 feet under the surface. He said they forced him to help build underwater structures. He told deputies the dolphins communicated with him using clicks. He said the group had a leader named Gerald who somehow helped him breathe underwater, possibly by creating an airspace.
Possibly.
The man spent 3 days working on what he described as cities, towns, and condo-like structures. When the dolphins were satisfied with his work, they sent him back to the surface and told him they would return for phase 2. Medical staff treated him for dehydration, but found no signs of head injury or mental confusion.
Okay.
Because dolphins love condos. We know that.
How hard would it be to satisfy a dolphin?
I'll get to that because I've had an experience, as you know. Let me explain this, though. They said they're coming back for phase 2, so more renovations.
Yep.
But I liked it here that they said that his lungs were functioning normally when they found him. The man reportedly holds a master's degree in aerospace engineering and has experience in deep-sea technology, which he believes is why the dolphins chose him.
Well, he's a good worker. He's putting up towns and condos and cities.
This will shock you. Some people think the story is fake and impossible. What is wrong with the human race?
I don't know.
I've told you about my experience with a dolphin, haven't I?
Is this when a dolphin had it off with you?
Tried to, Brendan.
Because you're not that kind of girl.
Oh, well, no flowers, no clicks, no condo, nothing.
So what happened?
Well, I was doing a story with Beyond 2000 and I had to swim with a pod of dolphins. And I was wearing a wetsuit and the male dolphin, who has a corkscrew arrangement for the nether regions, happy to open a Sauvignon Blanc. He kept hooking me behind my knee and flipping me up and down in the air. And the trainer said, on a female dolphin, that's where the female area would be. And the female was getting cranky. He was doing it to annoy the female.
Oh.
I was the other woman.
So where on you is the female area of a dolphin?
Behind the knee. Oh, yeah. My friend Flipper, indeed. Nothing. As I said, no flowers, no condo, nothing.
You stood down by the docks.
Well, just waiting.
Are we going to take people's calls on Tin Hat Tuesday?
We are going to take people's calls, but this one...
I feel that we're dabbling with dark arts here.
There's one that's even better than the dolphin.
Okay.
I've got one more to share with you, and then we're opening the lines because we want your stories
But if you'd
too.
like to join us, please do. 13 55 22.
But this next one is so good.
Jonesy and Amanda. Listen to the podcast whenever you want with the free iHeart app.
Well, Tin Hat Tuesday.
Yes.
So far already we've had that JFK Jr. himself is acting as a pilot in the remake or in the dramatisation of his love story.
It just seems a bit odd.
Do you think?
Because he's disappeared. His marriage kept...
He smashed a plane
Yep.
and died along with his sister-in-law and wife.
Not many people walk away from plane crashes.
Underwater especially.
And why would you come back and play the pilot in a show?
Have a look, because his profile looks a little bit like him.
I just feel that I'm the voice of reason on Tin Hat Tuesday.
Please, I don't think we need that. We've also had that apparently the COVID vaccine has been contributed to by Jeffrey Epstein's DNA.
Yep. And the guy that's building the condos and the townhouses and cities for dolphins.
Gerald, the lead dolphin, used the man to make the condos underwater. But how about this one? This one is my favourite. This one involves famous people, Starbucks, and underground freeways.
So your NDA is expired and you could talk about this. You used to work at a secret Starbucks, is that right?
Yeah, there is a Starbucks that is like above reserve, like a Starbucks no one's ever heard of or been to. All right. Have you ever wondered while driving in Los Angeles, how come you've never seen like Will Smith stuck in traffic on the 405?
Yeah.
I've never seen a 1%er just in their car stuck in traffic.
Why is that?
That's because there's a series of intricate tunnels underneath Los Angeles known as the Achterbahn. I'm not kidding. Like, they get access points to move through the city without ever having to be in traffic. You can come up in LAX. You can pop up at Dodger Stadium. Underneath there in those tunnels is Starbuckses set up at different locations to allow them to get coffees while they're driving. All of them. Seinfeld.
You've seen Seinfeld down there?
Bono. I've seen Seinfeld down there. Dude, almond milk latte, 2 shots.
Oh, what a
the
cooker.
Achterbahn. Not an Autobahn, it's an Achterbahn.
So let me get this right.
Yeah.
Underneath LA, there's just a series of tunnels. How does it work? Do you need a toll pass? How do you get into these
because
tunnels?
these are secret
And
1%ers.
also, LA has that many famous people, it would be just as clogged downstairs as upstairs.
And how hilarious that that's the only reason you have not seen Will Smith in the traffic. Brilliant.
Well, there's a good chance he might slap you if you saw him.
We now want your conspiracy theories. What do you have for us? We love them. Please give us a call. 135522, and it's time for Tin Hat Tuesday.
Tin Hat Tuesday is in session.
Jam Nation.
Do you know it's Tin Hat Tuesday already? We've had dolphins and underwater cities, according to this man.
Florida man claims to have been kidnapped by dolphins and forced to build an underwater city. He said the group had a leader named Gerald who somehow helped him breathe underwater. The man spent 3 days working on what he described as cities, towns, and condo-like structures.
Would he invoice, you think?
Get that dude into Mojo Homes.
Yeah.
He's building cities and towns.
Because that's what a dolphin needs, is a condo.
I like that underneath all our major cities in the world.
Well, no, apparently it's just... Brendan, let's be specific. Let's stick to the conspiracy theory we've heard.
Yep.
Underneath LA, if you're wondering why you don't see a 1%er like Will Smith pop up next to you in the traffic, it's because there's a whole lot of underground roads and freeways in which are some Starbucks.
In those tunnels is Starbuckses set up at different locations to allow them to get coffees while they're driving. All of them. Seinfeld.
You've seen Seinfeld down there?
Bono. I've seen Seinfeld down there. Dude, almond milk latte, 2 shots.
Well, seems legit to me.
There's the proof.
It's Tin Hat Tuesday. The trouble drum is beating.
In that the world is flat. I don't know,
Let's get to it. We
got our
want
tin
your
hats on.
conspiracies. Hello, Greg.
Hello, how are you?
Very well. What have you got for us?
That Donald Trump and Elon Musk are still best friends.
And what does this mean for the rest of us?
Well, that's why they had the war, so Elon can sell more cars.
Oh, electric cars, yeah.
Why would he sell more? Oh, electric cars because all the fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense to
Actually,
me.
that makes perfect sense, Greg.
Greg, where did you
Stay on the line.
Where did you? You
if
okay,
you go missing, Greg?
Where did you hear this, Greg?
Can I be honest? I've thought about it myself. I thought,
No?
why are they doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Why are they doing it?
Make sure you keep your tin hat on and lock your doors. Thank you, Greg.
Good work, Greg. Joe has joined us.
Hello, Joe. What have you got for us?
Hello, sweetheart.
Thank you,
I'd just
Joe.
like to say that that dolphin one has a bit of legs, I think. But mine, which is my most radio-friendly theory, is that lip balms, whether it's Burt's Bees, Carmex, Nivea, whatever it is, They're all designed to give you short-term relief of dry lips, but in the long run, they will dry your lips out more and you'll keep on buying it.
I have heard the same.
Okay, makes sense. But, well, you know, so you accept his, but what about my splitting the G one?
Well, what's yours?
Well, splitting the G, the wash line, the separation of foam and stout in the Guinness pint, if you get in between the horizontal
which everyone
stroke
tries to do.
of the capital
and
G.
And you're shocked to hear that's a marketing ploy.
No, I said that was my conspiracy theory and you poo-pooed it.
What else would it be?
Well, so you're
It's like
worshipping
saying
at the table of Joe and his lip balm.
Yeah, but that's actual like a pharmaceutical conspiracy.
It's like rinse and repeat. You don't need to do it. It's like the dishwasher people.
That is marketing as opposed to a product that will actually do the opposite of what it's supposed to do.
Joe,
that's a conspiracy.
I'd like to hear other of your unradio-friendly ones. Have you got anything that you can...
Well, to reference back to the dolphins, it's worth looking into Professor John C. Lilly.
Mm-hmm.
He was a mad scientist in the 60s who did some human cohabitation with dolphins.
When you say cohabitation...
Are you talking about what we think you're talking about?
He was funded by the US government and they built there was a SeaWorld where the dolphins and the humans are in this cave sort of living together.
Why?
He wanted to study their intelligence and communication.
So the dolphins and the humans live together in this cave.
And do you think the dolphins look at the humans and go, dumbos?
And one of the dolphins and one of the researchers developed a relationship, a carnal relationship.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And when that lady left the team, the dolphin blew out all his air and he decided to check out.
And die?
As in die?
Yeah, it's quite a sad ending.
That's a very sad story.
Ending. Never saw that in Flipper.
Did she end up having a baby or anything juicy like that?
I think it was just, I don't know if I can say this on the radio, but I think it was just handsy stuff.
How do you get...
Downstairs, outside?
How do you get something... Okay, you know, you don't need to push further on this. How are you getting handsy stuff from a dolphin?
Oh, well, I've told you. They are prepared. They're highly sexualized and the male appendage comes out a lot.
Well, they would be because they're always showing off. When you look at them, they go to SeaWorld, there's a dolphin's always showing off.
And we put them on our belt buckles and so they feel revered.
Who puts them on their belt buckles?
The dolphins and the candles and all of that.
When did Big Dolphin get to you?
I'd like to know that woman's story.
Thank you.
Joe, you've been
That
very
is
entertaining. And thank
fascinating.
you. Started with lip balm.
Yep.
Ended with some handsy dolphins.
We started at the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, thank you.
Jam Nation.
Gold, it's Jonesy and Amanda driving you home. It's Tin Hat Tuesday. It all started, among many things, the underground Starbucks places.
Mm-hmm.
That piqued my interest.
Yeah, well, only the famous are allowed to drive through those underground tunnels.
And I can talk about this because we're all wearing our tin hats.
Yeah.
So I don't look as mental discussing this. The other one was dolphins.
Dolphins, we started by talking about a dolphin called Gordon.
Florida man claims to have been kidnapped by dolphins and forced to build an underwater city. He said the group had a leader named Gerald who somehow helped him breathe underwater. The man spent 3 days working on what he described as cities, towns, and condo-like structures.
And now I've offended them all by saying his name was Gordon. Why does a dolphin need to make a condo? Does it need a bathroom? The ocean is your bathroom.
Joe rang through to tell us that chapsticks, at first they soothe dry lips, but they actually dry them out, forcing you to use more of the product.
He said all of them do the same, not just chapstick.
Then he's not just with big chapstick. He waded in on the dolphin thing as well.
Worth looking into Professor John C. Lilly.
Mm-hmm.
He was a mad scientist in the 60s who did some human cohabitation with dolphins. There was like a SeaWorld where the dolphins and the humans are in this cave sort of living together.
Why?
He wanted to study their intelligence and communication.
And it got freaky.
Apparently it got very freaky. One of the males and a dolphin male and a human female forged a more intimate relationship. And then when she had to leave, he just expelled all his air and died.
It's Tin Hat Tuesday. The trouble drum is beating.
Do you believe in that the world is flat? I don't know, eh?
I think we'll just wrap this up with Mary.
I don't know, eh? Hello, Mary. What's your conspiracy theory?
Well, look, I wash and dry a lot of socks, and we have a lot of missing socks from my home dryer. So my conspiracy theory is that they actually go somewhere, I don't know, somewhere into the parallel universe, perhaps, to feed some kind of sock alien or something. Who knows?
Wow.
But I've got missing socks at my place.
Mary, if you're not going to take this seriously.
I saw a thing where someone said you take off the front of your dryer and that's where they're all trapped, but that's fake, isn't it?
That's bull.
Language.
Seriously, I've just got no socks.
Yes, no, take off the front of your dryer, Mary.
No, is that not true?
No, it's not true.
Don't take off the front of your dryer. Because I saw pictures of that, but do you think that was fake?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, it's fake.
If dolphins can make condos, I can take off the front of my dryer.
Might I suggest having a better organised laundry?
Oh, and how often do you do yours?
That's how I do mine.
I know.
That's how I get the woman in my life to do it. Anyway, thank you, Mary.
I've enjoyed Tin Hat Tuesday enormously.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Jonesy and Amanda.
You're listening to the Jonesy and Amanda podcast.
We had so many requests for them to do it again.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Man, that shit just cracks me up.
Maybe you should lay off the moonshine.
Jonesy's always knocking Amanda.
It's so easy.
Amanda's always knocking Jonesy.
I'm done.
Stick it in the guts, Barry.
Well, hello there.
On this program yesterday, I was talking about Morrissey, lead singer of the Smiths, former lead singer of the Smiths. You know the Smiths, this song. I love this one. I mentioned this because I was trying to tell a story about Morrissey. I couldn't get a word in because you went on some sort of tirade.
I didn't do a tirade. There's no reason I shouldn't like the Smiths. They got guitar, they got drums, they got bass, they got all that stuff, but they're not the Cure, they're not the Stray Cats.
Which is why they're the
Smiths. They're not the Triffids.
You don't want them to be the same.
I want them to be everything but them.
Well,
so I'd like them to be better.
I'm not. Oh, great. They will lose sleep at night.
I do. I want them
to be better. Well, I'll pass that on to them. Well, Morrissey has been performing solo for a number of years. And he's famous for calling off his gigs. And I mentioned yesterday that he was going to be performing in Spain in some kind of festival.
Mm-hmm.
But he had to call the gig off because he was in indescribable hell, thanks to a noisy hotel room in Valencia. This is the quote: "Any form of sleep or rest throughout the night was impossible due to festival noise, loud techno singing, megaphone announcements. This experience has left Morrissey in a catatonic state." And then he himself left a personal message on the same site for his fans. "This experience has left Morrissey, in a catatonic state." He said, "It will take me 1 year to recover."
Oh, goodness.
And that's an understatement. Now, he's famous for cancelling gigs. And I'd heard about another one, and I thought it was an urban myth, but it's not. I'll tell you next.
Okay, I reckon the tribal drum might beat for this as well. Also, making its return, Instagram. I got a good feeling. The luck of the Irish, you see, today. If you'd like to play, you can register anytime, jonesyandamanda.com.au on Gold.
Jam Nation.
Well, we were just talking about Morrissey bailing out of a concert in Spain as part of a festival because the festival noise kept him awake at night. And he said it's made him put him in a catatonic state and it may take him a year to recover.
Like his audience might be when they watch his shows.
Look, I know you're no fan, but people do buy tickets to him, and I don't know why because he bails out all the time. What about this one? This is from Coachella 16 years ago. He's got form.
Yep.
So he was performing a set and apparently there was someone was cooking burgers, which is fair enough at Coachella. He said, he stopped the show and said, "I can smell burning flesh, and I hope to God it's human."
Oh, okay.
Because he was overcome with fumes from the backstage barbecue. And then so afterwards, he was halfway through his gig and he'd had enough and he walked off stage. He said, "The smell of burning animals is making me sick. I just can't bear it."
I'll have to take an hibachi to the next Morrissey show and waft it up towards the stage.
I hope that's human flesh I'm smelling.
Well, you're like a big burger, mate.
Talk about bailing out from things. Someone I know was a boss, or is a boss, and the best excuse he's ever heard is someone couldn't turn up to work, a young man, because he had to get something out of his mother's cupboard. and he had an incident with some potpourri.
What happened?
Well, just it went into his eyes and he had some sort of reaction, had to lie down and couldn't come into work on a Saturday morning.
I think the tribal drum would beat for this. Something along the lines of worst excuse for bailing out.
Let's call it that.
What do you reckon?
Problem to the arrangements backstage.
Yeah, you got some problems with the
I
arrangement.
can smell flesh.
You know, I was working with a guy, you hired this new secretary and she would call a sickie at the drop of a hat, you know. And one day she walked into the office. She had to go to home because she said she got a glass fragment in her eye. She walked into the office, switched on the light bulb. The naked light bulb exploded and the glass shard went into her eye.
But you could verify whether that was true or not.
Well, he got there and the globe and the light was working. She said, I changed the globe.
Right, even though her eye was...
And he said, but if the glass had broken, how did you get the remaining out without electrocuting yourself? She said, I've got to go home.
Glass in the eye, potpourri in the eye. It can keep you at home either way.
We'd love to hear from you. 135522 on Gold.
Jam Nation.
The tribal drama is beating. This is Morrissey. So, what is Morrissey? What's his first name?
What's his first name? Let's have a look.
Morrissey. There's a lot of presumed...
Richard Morrissey.
Richard Morrissey. There's a lot of presumed knowledge with the Smiths because a lot
They're
of
allowed to be enigmatic.
Of course, and a lot of skivvy wearers seem to like, oh man, I saw Morrissey and that was so good, he was so good. And I'm not, to me.
They're not your thing, but that's okay.
But I'm, as I said, it should be in my wheelhouse. I like rock. I like rock music and they are,
Well, it doesn't matter.
Rock.
A lot of people absolutely do love it.
Yeah.
And so... this is the thing. A lot of people love Morrissey, but he seems to abandon a lot of his concerts. Abandoned one in Spain because he couldn't sleep because of the noise. He's in a catatonic state. It'll take him a year to get over. He also bailed out of Coachella 16 years ago because someone was cooking meat near him, and he said that he'd had enough. The smell of burning animals is making me sick.
The tribal drummer's beating worst excuse for bailing out.
Problem to the arrangements backstage.
Andrew.
Hello, Andrew. Hello. Who gave a good excuse for bailing out?
My daughter, actually. She was still at school, and she told the teacher the dog ate her homework. And the funny thing was, the dog actually ate her homework.
Really?
Right.
Yep.
So, what did you have a puppy? Why would the dog eat the paperwork?
Oh, it wasn't so much eaten. It was more sort of chewed up and spat out.
Yeah. Or passed out the other end.
But she had the evidence to bring it along.
Yeah, but
she's
still,
how many
the teacher's
kids
going to
chewing up homework and bringing it in. You get through life with that.
Thank you, Andrew.
Actually, has anyone ever thought of that? The dog ate my homework. What if you actually just brought up chewed up paper?
Well, how foolish are you that you're eating your own homework?
Did you ever see my homework? Joe has joined us.
Hello, Joe. What was the excuse?
Oh, hello. My worst excuse for bailing out or being late, really, at work was I breathed in a spider on the way.
Did you actually?
I actually did.
Mm-hmm.
I was already running late, and I have an 80-metre driveway to walk up, and I was huffing and puffing and running up, and as I did, I breathed in a spider.
Oh,
a little one.
Nose or mouth?
Mouth.
All right, straight in there. You're a bit like that woman there. There was an old woman that swallowed a spider.
Yeah,
no, she swallowed a fly.
Yeah. Didn't she end up swallowing a rocking chair? Am I confusing a whole lot of stories?
She swallowed a lot of stuff. If anything, Joe got to backdoor brag about how long her driveway is. 80 metres.
We had Rachel.
Joe, that's an extraordinary driveway.
We had Rachel call through, but she had to bail, she said. She couldn't share a story because her child wouldn't stop saying banana in the background.
Oh, come on.
So
Get the kid on.
Thank you.
Thank you for all your calls.
You can see a whole lot more of Jonesy and Amanda on our socials. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Gold, it's Jonesy and Amanda driving you home with Jam Nation. It's time.
Free money. Fast money. Extra cash.
I need money. Jonesy and Amanda's.
10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, $1,000.
You can make it $2,000. We have a bonus question here for you, but it's double or nothing.
Katrina's with us. Hello, Katrina.
Hello, beautiful, beautiful friend.
Aren't you sweet? If you're trying to crawl, we can't make the questions any easier.
I'm worried
for
about
you.
your phone, Katrina.
Wow.
You have to put your mouth right up to
it sounds
it because
dreadful.
we're having trouble hearing you very clearly.
Oh, okay. So what should I do?
Actually, that sounds a little bit better. Can you hear us clearly?
I can hear you clearly.
All right,
we want you to win this money,
If you
Katrina.
make sure you.
Well, listen to me. I want to win this money.
Well, if you're very clear in your answers, make sure you yell them out, and then we're all going to be okay.
Okay.
10 questions.
Listen, Amanda. I've just popped my hearing aid in. Jonesy, I've got it in. So, yeah,
Good.
let's go.
All
Okay,
right.
Katrina.
Katrina,
We're reaching you loud and clear.
We've got 10 questions. We've got 60 seconds. Stop talking, the two of you. We've got 10 questions, 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass because we might have time to come back, okay?
No, I don't even know the rules. So,
Well, those are the
But
rules.
anyway.
Katrina, say pass if you don't know the answer because we can come back, okay?
I got a good feeling about you, Katrina. I don't know what it is.
Our CFO's rubbing
I
his
just
hands
feel
together.
He's got bills he's got to pay.
Unless you're faking this, Katrina,
Come on.
you're going to
Come on,
blitz it.
Katrina.
All right,
Everyone's in.
Now focus. Everyone shush so Katrina can hear us. Here we go. Katrina, question number 1. What instrument do they play in the latest season of the piano? Yes, I couldn't hear you. Question 2. How many hours in a day?
24.
Question 3. Which Spice Girl was Victoria Beckham?
Victoria Beckham.
Which Spice Girl was she?
Oh, she was the pot.
Question 4. The brand Revlon is known for making what?
Makeup.
Question 5. Finish this. A spoonful of sugar helps the...
Medicine go down.
Question 6. What's the capital of Spain?
The capital of Spain is the part.
Question 7. A group of fish is called a what?
A school.
Question 8. Which car brand makes the model Santa Fe SUV?
Sorry?
Hyundai.
Gesundheit. Which Spice Girl was Victoria Beckham? She was posh.
You know that, Katrina.
Yeah, she was posh, and she still is.
She still is. And
apologies to the Spaniards listening to our show.
their capital isn't SHIT, it's Madrid.
It's good. Katrina.
Katrina, it sounded,
Remember how I said I had high hopes?
sounded like you were talking through a gusset, but it was lovely having you on the show.
Katrina, you carry on, okay?
Okay, thank you, Katrina.
Jam Nation.
The wedding is coming up. My daughter is getting married.
So
this is
exciting.
the second time I've been the father of offspring having weddings.
Can I ask, is it different with the daughter?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And do you think you'll cry?
I hope not. I don't want to go the blub. I'm not ashamed of going the blub, but it ruins the proceedings.
And your mascara.
Exactly.
But, you know, I think you'll be very emotional seeing your daughter
Of
in the
course.
wedding dress.
Well, there's the whole walking down the aisle business.
What a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Are you going to be doing, and you probably don't want to say, anything quirky like a...
No.
Oh, I hope you don't dance.
No, none of that.
I'll get Helen Ritchie over to tell you off.
No, we're not doing any of that running away from dinosaurs pictures or, you know, none of that junk. Just a standard old wedding. I'm just doing the checklist. I've got the venues booked.
Yeah.
That's done and it's paid for.
Great.
I've got my haircut. You know, so I got my suit.
Yeah.
Suit's good. You know what I'm doing? I'm going, just between you and me.
To make a suit.
No, I'm going to go with a waistcoat. I don't usually use a
waistcoat?
A waistcoat with the suit. You know,
like a magician.
No. No.
I
like to, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the character he played
you look a lot like him.
in Ballers. You know, in Ballers, did you ever see that? He always wore a waistcoat. If you've got big shoulders,
oh no,
it looks good.
What if you've got shoulders like an arrowroot biscuit?
You know, Ryan, what are you doing?
I think it's going to be great. I'm only saying this to wind you up. I think it's going to be beautiful.
I'm just imagining you in a three-piece. It is just very funny.
Why? What's so
suit.
funny?
Three-piece feed.
You're going to look like someone from Peaky Blinders or Newsies.
What's Newsies?
It's like a Disney musical. There's a lot of waistcoat action in that.
No.
Let me tell you.
Like a chimney
Shut up,
sweep?
Ryan. I want to look like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with hair. Okay? And that's going to happen.
Okay, and also...
I've got to do the speech. There's going to be a few speeches. I've got a chassis of a speech. back in the olden days, I used to MC weddings, so I know exactly.
You're not going to do the Mrs. Hand or whatever the names are.
That's the best man does all that. The telegrams. I don't think the kids do
You're
that.
still laughing at the idea of those terrible jokes.
It's gold, that. Mrs. Rosie and her 5 daughters or whatever. So I've told everyone that's doing speeches, because there's a few speeches, hard 5. There's a hard 5. Write that what you got to say. 500 words is 5 minutes.
Oh, don't tell me you've lectured everybody.
Yes, because I don't want it going on forever.
On this your special day. Can I make a speech? I'd like to get up and say, is this thing on?
Okay.
Let's talk about Carl and Jackie O. 'Cause let's face it, that's all anyone's going to
That's all they're going to talk about. It's like last time I did the speech at my son's wedding, the Matildas were playing in the World Cup.
That's right.
And people were watching on their thing.
I was.
When are they doing their announcement? What are they doing?
Who?
Kyle and Jackie O.
I don't know.
Is it going to be during the wedding?
I don't know. I'll have a big TV screen.
Can we get him on the
I'll
line?
have a big screen.
Hey, big fella.
Rolled in.
You know, if you're listening, just can you
Don't
do it?
sabo the wedding.
Don't. Just, do it now.
Do it now.
Are you coming back or not?
But make reference to Jonesy in a waistcoat.
Because we've got to kiss some butt, because what if he buys our network?
Right. You can take Roxette.
Do you know how that rumour came out? This is where it came from. Someone on the set, someone in the audience at Australian Idol heard him say it.
Yeah, that's high-tech meetings.
Well, I think we've got to
But
kiss.
that's a private booth right there.
Kiss some big fella pot.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Anyway,
we'll talk
I'm
further
looking
about
forward
the
to your
wedding.
speech.
Can we talk further about the wedding?
Sure. Can we get a deal?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like a sort of like, maybe I can get some sponsorship on a dress.
Maybe you can have some
Caruso's.
writing on the back of your jacket.
We'll get a Caruso's deal. We'll be back tomorrow.
We will see you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over. Catch up on the Jonesy and Amanda podcast. Download the free iHeart app now.
See you next time. Let's get the hell out of here.
Hear every second of Jonesy and Amanda on demand. Search for us now on the iHeart app.